Good evening everyone and welcome to the stream. It's Wednesday, it's streaming night. It's time to spend your night with Dave Selezen News and see what odd things he's up to. Yeah, again this week we are in Elite Dangerous because it's Elite Beta. So it's a Beta 3.3, better than life for us. And this week the new version of the beta includes 2 new ships. I don't think it contains a lot of new content. I'll have a quick look at the Beta 3 notes, if you just give me a second, and we'll have a quick read through them. I must admit, I did actually intend on doing that before we got started. There's probably quite a few new little bits and pieces stuck on there anyway, but we'll take a look. So, the big news, essentially, am I going to put this on the main screen? Yeah, let's put this on the main screen, why not? So... Beyond Beta 3 patch notes. Better put the words Elite Dangerous in there because it'll not work out what I'm talking about otherwise. And I'll stick it on the screen so that you guys can see it as well. Patch notes and server status. Beta week 3. Boop, boop. Window capture. Alright, let's pop that out onto the full screen. There we go, and move it in so we can see what's going on. Alrighty, so there we go, Beta 3. So what have we got? We have the Krait Phantom, which is, from what I can see, roughly the same size as the Krait. I think the cockpits have been taken down a little bit, there's not as much room in it, that kind of stuff, so I think it's more of a fighter, sort of heavy fighter based ship than the Krait, which seems to be more of a medium kind of cargo exploration mining ship. So yet again, it's just Frontier saying, right, let's take a similar design, make it a bit smaller, make it a bit more versatile, and go from there. So yeah, not really a new ship, not new enough to be unique enough, but there we go. But the big news that everyone has been chatting about lately has been the addition of the Mamba. So it's another original Elite ship, but again, it's an original Elite ship in name only. So they've taken the Snake name and then built a whole new ship around it. I mean, from what I've seen of the pictures of it, it doesn't look anything like its original Elite counterpart, which was essentially an arrow, and it was designed as a fighter, and it was supposed to be the best racer in the galaxy, as even hints at in its description, based on an unreleased racing prototype. So it's fast, which is good. It's got huge and large hard points. It's coming from the same stable as the Fer-de-Lance, so we are looking at performance. A lot more straight line speed, fair enough. One huge, 2 large and 2 small hard points. I can't talk. And 5 internal slots. So that it'll depend on what size they are as to whether it's going to be any good. But yeah, pretty good speed. FSD range doesn't look to be particularly great, but that's fully laden. So what we'll do is, the thing we're going to take a look at is we'll buy a couple of these. We'll buy one each of these. We'll kit them out as much as we can, and we'll see what the performances are that we can get from them, and then maybe take them out for a quick spin, have a look around, and see what goes. So in other news, new scenarios. So raid and heist, heists on megaships, and repair a megaship. That'll be interesting. So that's a couple of pretty good things. They'll be a good addition to the stuff. Icon to the info panel to show if the ship or SRV lights are on. That's good. That's something that has been, I wouldn't say missing, it's not something that I think to be essential, because the easy way of telling is if you look outside the ship you can see, and if they aren't, it doesn't really make a lot of difference really. So bug fixes, cockpit UI stuff, fair enough. Codecs, continuing fixing stuff in the codecs, that's fine. Comms, some comms not working properly. I'm not really bothering some of the stuff that's in the rest of it. It's just it's bug fixes more than anything else, and improvements. So what have they fixed on new stuff? Fixed a crash in the FSS. So it's crashes I'm not really fussed about. Eagle, engineers, exploration. So FSS mouse sensitivity control option works. Fixed locations can be zoomed in on, that's good. Fixed probe, something's going through bodies, haven't seen that, but that's cool. Increased text field for SSA gravity gauge. Okay. Added surface locations found after probing bodies to the system map, that's good. Planet surface signals on a target while outside of analysis mode. Added number of bodies in orbital plane established alert. Fixed discovery scanner SFX getting stuck. Fixed issue where players could zoom in. Okay. Fixed missing info panel. Fixed initial cause planet map percentage to decrease. Change scenarios. Fixed surface signals appearing. Shortened short range composition scanner to composition scanner. Fair enough. Added support for FSS tuning for bounce in-outs or inputs perhaps. Okay. Change hotness joystick bindings to avoid FSS tuning and movement being on the same hand. Yeah, okay. Now we're able to bind enter and exit FSS to the same button. Yes! That's a good one, because that was a pain in the arse. Fixed bodies rendering over their rings after being fully mapped. Yes, that's good. Fixed asteroid clusters, reporting high temperatures, added first mapped. Clarified info message. Renamed radio tuning minimum. Updated info message. Updated info message. Ensure that efficiency can be met. Transaction, blah blah blah. Factions, don't care. Friends management, fair enough. General. Okay, installations. Added a new space bar for real. Fixed light issue on the planet. Localization stuff. Mining stuff. Outfit and text for seismic charge tool mentions it's now used to break asteroids apart. Delivery and smuggle missions, planetary scan, galaxy map, night vision, okay, that's good. Fixed typos, orrery, yeah, that's good. Outfitting, blah blah blah. That's pleasure stuff. So I mean, lots and lots of fixes again. So I'm impressed with that. Oh, VR. Increase the thickness of orbit lines in the orrery view. Okay. Ensure players can fully zoom into bodies in the orrery view. Fix the background and intermediate FSS zooms. Fix planet rings moving with the headset. Yep, that was one I did see last week, so that's fine. Fix various fog and jet cone issues. Okay. Fixed various scan effects in FSS. Fixed inverted joystick animations. Good, because that we did notice that one last week. So that's good. That's cool. That's looking good. Right. Okay, so yeah, lots of little things to check. I mean, I'm not really going to be bothering looking around a lot of the different stuff. I'm going to look around the new ships, try them out, see what they're like, and we might, if we get enough time, take another look back at some of the mining stuff and try and see if I can get this right. Because apparently I forgot to fit something to the ship. So I'm going to remove that. Now we're going to go to gaming again, looking at my cockpit, and we'll see where we can go from that. At the minute you can't hear it, but my afterburners. Hello.
We are being hailed.
Right, so volume is working. That's good. So let's get back into the cockpit. Here we are.
We are being hailed.
I'm not being hailed, I'm telling you. It's on this again. Power to engines.
powered engines.
Right, so starport services. Let's take a look at these new ships then, shall we? So what I'll do first of all, I'm at Jameson Memorial, which is handy enough. So outfitting.
We are being hailed.
Okay, that's bad.
We are being hailed.
It's insisting we're being hailed, isn't it? Okay.
Shields online.
We are being hailed.
There we go. I'm just going to sell it, I think. Sell, sell. Sell, sell.
We are being hailed.
Sell, sell. Sell, sell. Sell, sell.
We are being hailed.
Sell, sell. Optional internal. Sell, sell. Sell, sell. Sell.
We are being hailed.
Oh, fuck off. Sell. Okay. No fuss about the rest of it. And then go to the shipyard. So will we look at the... Oh god. The other crate. So the Krait Phantom and the crate. So we're saving what? 8 million on the Krait Phantom. So not, unless this isn't the right graphic, there doesn't seem a lot of physical difference between the two crates. But let's buy one. We'll look at this one first, or we'll just go straight to the Mamba, since that's what everybody wants to see. Psycho Cow! Hello, dude! Did they fix my cats? I don't know. I ain't played no beta. I'll just hand back my pilot's license and retire when it comes out. So I'll have to get back from Beagle Point, and it's being a tight arse to do. Yeah, I mean, it's a long way. It's a long, long way. So what was the other ship? It was the Mamba, wasn't it? So that's actually the most expensive of the three. Okay, that's a surprise. That's horrendously expensive. That might not even be affordable. Actually, more expensive than the Ferderlands. Wow. Okay, so I can afford to buy one, but I can't afford to do anything with it. That's not going to leave me a lot of money left.
We are being hailed.
Will you fuck off with this being hailed shit? I'm not being hailed. Okay, so how much money do I actually have left after all that? 400,000 credits. That's what I have left. That's not good. So I can't do shit all. Can't even afford a rebuy if I lose the damn ship. Okay, let's throw caution to the wind and have a look, and let's fly it around for a little while. But that's a horrendously expensive ship. Fuck off with this being hailed crap. Oh, that's close. No, we're fine. It does have to be said,
Exit the station quickly and safely.
it is the most visible of the ships we've flown. Raise landing gear.
Landing gear.
We are being hailed.
Wow, it's responsive, I'll say that. Power to engines.
Max engines.
Boost.
That's already done.
Afterburners.
Afterburner.
So the spin rate is good, very good. Yaw rate.
You are clear of station restrictions. Be careful out there, Commander.
Not brilliant. Pitch rate. Oh wow, that is nice. Okay, it's quite manoeuvrable. I'll give it that. You can chuck it around. Let's have a look outside, shall we? Also, yeah, very, very reminiscent of the Ferderlands.
We are being hailed.
You can get very close to it as well. I don't know, as a ship, it's nice. Why is it making me think Gundam Wing? It's the same colour scheme as the Gundam Wing YF Valkyrie thing. It's making me think of Jetfire from the Autobots, who was based on the same thing. But it's definitely
We
a
are being hailed.
Zorg Peterson ship because of the layout in the colour scheme. Is it a Mamba? Again, in name only, it's a Mamba. It's the most fighter-like. It looks like a racing ship. It looks like a fighter jet, to be honest, because it has that actual proper canopy, a cockpit. But it looks tiny. And for the money you're paying and the amount of space it's supposed to have in it, it's a tiny ship. Because that cockpit is huge. I mean, that's the size of the cockpit. You've got 2 seats in there. Not a lot of
We are being
space.
hailed.
Shut up! So, yeah, it looks like it should be a lot smaller than it is. So what about underneath? Do you know what? There isn't a lot of actual physical space inside that. I don't think that's been accurately modelled. I think that should be about half the size it is. I mean, that's a racer. It is actually a racer. I think that's been pitched too large. Because there's no practical space inside apart from that middle section. I mean, look at the size of the landing gear in comparison to the ship. They're huge. Evening, Daddy Huggy. Sorry, I've not been paying attention to the chat because I've got the headset on again. My apologies. You're being hailed. I mean, you're awesome. Hey, did you see what your amazing truckers did? Yes, they climbed a mountain. Climb every mountain. Marvellous. Well done. You're all back. Good, good, good.
As you wish.
Paid with another 1,000 under the pot. Smashed the target in 13k. Fucking A, man. Well done. Well done to all of them. That is amazing. So everyone who's watching this or listening to this, the Hutton Orbital Truckers, some fools from that
We
team.
are being hailed.
Fuck off. Some idiots from that team decided they were going to try and climb a mountain for charity. So they did. And yeah, they've raised a lot of money. And well done to them. I could never do anything like that. I am not built for climbing mountains. At least not yet, anyway. So yeah, good on them. Well done. And I totally agree, Daddy Hoggy. Elite Dangerous may have its flaws as a game, but the community is the best I've ever come across. I haven't gone as far as coming across them, because I think that would be a bit sticky. But yeah, they are... Elements of it are the best people you'll ever meet in your life. And I've been fortunate to meet all of the ones I ever want to meet. I know some sound guys. 2 of them in the chat already. Daddy Hoggy and Psycho Cow. 2 of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in your life. The most supportive, friendly, generous... well-meaning and just general awesome people, and I consider myself fortunate to have met them. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I think there's been a bit of a mistake made with the scale, because this... Right, let's look at the practicalities of that ship. I mean, if that's got, what is it, 8 internal bays? Tell you what, let's go back to the station.
Red alert. Attack Protocol Alpha. Deploying armaments.
It was right behind me. The station was right behind me. There it is.
We are being hailed.
Landing gear stowed. So why is landing gear shown as being down in the external view? That's a bit odd. Retract the weapons.
Retracting all weapons.
Afterburners.
Afterburner.
afterburners.
Boosting thrust.
Permission authorized. Clear to land at docking bay 4-1.
Deploy landing gear.
Down and locked.
We are being hailed.
Ship is on the ground. Engaging docking restraints. You are most welcome, Commander.
This is a message to all commanders. Please reduce your speed when maneuvering your ship inside the dock.
Okay, so it's definitely an interesting looking ship. Whether it should be called a Mamba, if you really want to keep in with the original Elite, I don't know. Optional internal. So we've got a Class 5, a Class 4, a Class 3. So we're talking we can have 16... Does that not go up to 32? Yeah, 5. You know, 32. So it's 32 2-metre tall cargo containers that can fit in there, plus a 16 and an 8 and 2 4s. So where do they go? As well as enough room for a huge weapon. I'm assuming that hatch at the back there is for the huge weapon. Whoever. I honestly don't think this ship model is actually big enough to do the things that they're thinking it can do. Where the hell are you going to put 50 tons of cargo, as well as a huge weapon and 2 large weapons on this ship? There's just not enough space for them to go. As well as having all your gear, 2 big engines there, 2 big engines at the front panel there. Where the hell would it all go? And to fit an SRV in, which let's say that's about the size of the cockpit altogether, it just I don't know where it can go. I honestly don't know where it's going to go. Large hard points. So all the hard points are on top. So I don't know. I'm not convinced that they've got the scale right. I think they've got the scale right for the speed it can do and the stuff it can do, movability. But I'm not. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I'm concerned that they made a little bit of a mistake there. But it is a nice looking ship. Don't get me wrong. I love the cockpit. It's really nice. I love the multi-level feel. Again, though, 2 floors. Is that what takes you down to the SRV bay? Essentially. No, I do like the design. I love the ship. I will say, okay, I have issues with the design, the scale, the concept. But it is a beautiful model. Absolutely beautiful. I would quite happily have one in my collection. I think it's vastly overpriced for what it is, to be honest. Right, I'm going to kick this to the sidelines. And I'm going to get the new Krait, which is cheaper and should actually leave me enough money to
We are
get it
being
out.
hailed.
No, we aren't. Bugger off. So the new Krait, is it going to be any different to the old Krait? So far it's looking remarkably similar. More red interior. Another window back there, is that? We've lost the second and third cockpits, I believe. Yeah, no, we've got a single additional seat just behind where the pilot is. So we're on a smaller, slightly smaller model. How much cash do I have now? 11 million, so I can do stuff with this one now. Shall I have a look around? Return to the surface. I'm not going to kit this one out. Again, I'm just going to have a look around it, then we'll take it out. Ooh. That's just kind of sitting there.
For the safety of all visitors, be considerate of other vessels when passing through the main access corridor.
Nice. Okay, so the Krait Phantom. I think from my limited memory that is a new design of back end. Whoops. Oh, that's gone different.
We are being hailed.
In your time slot, you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
It does look smaller. Admittedly not much. Definitely a different front end, because we've got that single cockpit there now. So yeah, a smaller ship by the look of it.
This is a flight regulation announcement. Please proceed to dock on your assigned docking pad in a timely manner, and refrain from obstructing other docking areas.
Whoa, that is making me quite dizzy. I mean, I like the Krait. I like the Krait original design. I like the Krait in this incarnation. I like the model. These fins just don't go. These stupid looking great big fins need to go. They're ridiculous. They look stupid. Again
We are
though,
being
I
hailed.
quite like it. It's a nice ship. I'm gonna do that before I get really, really sick.
Detachment complete. You are go for departure.
Ah, crap. That was a bit overeager on the controls. How to drive like a rank amateur. Raise landing gear.
Gear coming up.
We are being hailed.
So yeah, I like it. I like it. In fact, I think I may consider getting this for the actual game. Well, I must admit though, the other Krait, I do have that because it has a fighter bay in it. But no, that is lovely. That is a. They have done a good job overall with the Krait design. It does really evoke the original Elite, and that I do appreciate. Those fins, just no, they need to go. Oh, and that's making me feel really sick, so I'm going to stop doing that now.
Access granted. Proceed to Bay 3-7.
I'll take a look at the loadout stuff on it now as well. Deploy landing gear.
Lowering gear.
We are being hailed.
take the headset off for a second because I am feeling a bit crap now. That's, whoa, dearie me. VR sickness. Not something I usually get, but for some reason, swinging around the external view like that has given me a little bit of a stomach ache. Good lord. Ooh. So on the whole then, we're I'm quite impressed with the two new ships. The Mamba is nice. The new Krait is nice. They're just nice. I don't think they really add anything much that's new. One multi-crew other than two. Restricted space. The Mamba, again, I'm going to reiterate, it's too small for the price you pay for it, and it's too small for what you can do with it. The model needs to be larger. The scaling is not correct. Big mistake. But as a model, it's beautiful. It definitely looks mean. It doesn't look like an elite ship though. I mean, the Fer-de-Lance, I mean, it's borderline, but it looks like it still has that kind of mostly elite aesthetic until you look at the back. I think the ZPG ships are all kind of refugees from Star Fox, or Gundam Wing, or Star Citizen to an extent, to be honest, especially from the back. But there's a bit of a kind of thing. Yeah, Dario Game it must do, because it's definitely not right on the outside. I can't actually believe it's bigger than the Fer-de-Lance. I mean, look at the thinness of it, and look at the lack of actual hull. I mean, that's all engine. That's mostly engine. That's cockpit. That's landing gear. And all that bit down the middle is your huge weapon bay. So where the hell does all the cargo go? Where are you going to fit? You can't fit anything down that centre line, because your SRB is going to come out of the bottom of there as well. You're not going to fit all that cargo in the middle. You're also going to unbalance the ship if you have a 32 bay cargo bay in one wing, and there's not enough space in there anyway. I can't actually work out in my head how it works, other than it having a TARDIS in it. It's bizarre. I just get this feeling sometimes when they put one of the old ships in and they call it the name, they haven't really looked at what that ship was, or they deliberately have done that because they can't include that ship for whatever reason that might be. That maybe someone else designed it, not somebody who currently works for Frontier. And obviously, I mean, that is completely, by far and away, the farthest away I've ever seen from anything. I mean, I thought the Imperial Courier was bad, but that honestly takes the utter biscuit. You know, for comparison, let's find a picture of the Mamba. Just in case anyone watching this video doesn't actually know anything about it. So I'm going to pop into the world of Ulit. And, oops, I've already got the window capture on, could use that one I suppose. Let's do that then. Okay, those of you who know me quite well may recognise this. I've not used it for a while now. But yeah, so if we look at the ships from Elite, which is essentially the same ships that were in Elite, if you remember it. Here's your Elite version of the Mamba. So this is the original Mamba model, more or less exactly the same as it was in Elite, apart from this little engine pod on the back. But that was the shape of the Mamba, essentially a wedge, much the same as the Krait, but with a flat back and no pins on the side. So how they've got from that to that, I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. It's not even anywhere close.
We are being hailed.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they were going with it. Eh. And why is that only a stub? I missed this game. I had loads of fun designing stuff for this game. It was great fun. But anyway, so I mean that gives you an idea what the shape of the actual ship is. So it's like a flying wedge. Literally, it is a triangle, and you've got this square edge on the back. So where the hell they've got this concept from, I have no idea. But it's very little to do with an Elite design. It looks like they've tried to bring it in as a kind of homage to the original designs, but never mind. So yeah, that's where we are. That's the new ships. They look alright.
We are being hailed.
Sorry, I'm still not feeling great. I'm going to try and put this headset back on. It's giving me a bit of a headache as well. Oh, Jesus. I was wanting to do a bit more mining, but I'm a bit concerned. If they'd taken the original triangular wedge shape and did the cutouts, they could have got away with it. Yeah, see, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Shall we try something? Who's up for a little bit of fun and games? If I can get it to work. It doesn't seem to want to work properly. If I can get the modelling software to work.
We are being hailed.
Then we could take a look at that, couldn't we? It doesn't seem to want to do anything. It doesn't seem to want to load up properly. That's a bit weird. Can be a bit strange, this modelling software, when you try and get it to work in something. There we go, that'll do.
We are being hailed.
Alright, so let's take a look at that then. Nope, doesn't want to work at all. Okay, bugger that idea then. It was a nice idea, but it's not gonna wash. Yeah, it's my 3D program of choice, Mr. Hoggy. I was going to take a look at how to take the triangular wedge and actually make it look like the Mamba design they've got, but still retain the modular wedge design. But it doesn't seem to want to play with me. Sorry, lad. Unless I do a complete window capture. Can I do a complete window capture? Add. Display capture. Okay.
We are being hailed.
Boop. Yeah, that might work better. Okay. Let's do that then. So if I... Oh, help me, Bob.
Greetings.
I'm here.
Standing by.
Okay, so that is capturing what I want to capture at least. I'll move that down there, and then what I'll do is I'll resize this window to go over what I want,
We are being hailed.
like so, and then that should work. It does. Woohoo! Right. Okay. Let's have a bit of a design effort, shall we? So let's draw the Mamba very, very quickly. So if I scale that, scale radial Y, let's take it to 300%. Scale radial Y, let's go a little bit further. Right, okay.
On.
We are being hailed.
Okay, so that's the approximate shape of a Mamba. Scale axis X. So there we go, that's close enough. So can we take... Yeah, I agree with you in a sense. The designs from back in the day, limitations there with hardware is fine. But you look at the Mamba, and you look at the Krait, and you look at the Cobra, and you look at the Sidewinder, and you look at all the other ships from original that they've put in, even the ones they've put in after the fact, like the Krait, they still maintain that original aesthetic that came from the original game. So it's like they've got the outline of that ship, and then they've done a redesign to fit that within the outline of the new ship. To fit that new ship design within the outline of the original, which is one of the key concepts that a lot of people had for designing ships for Elite as well. You take the original idea and then you expand upon it. Boop. That didn't work. So that's kind of where I'm coming from on it. Is I think they could have tried harder. Yeah, that's it. So that's your original Mamba outline. Okay, it's a refreshing look for ED. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like it. I like it. I think it's a lovely ship design. It's very out there. It's almost as out there as the design for the the Diamondback Explorer or the Diamondback ships. That's a completely out of the box design, and it's nice and it's lovely and it's unique, I think. This design is lovely and it's spectacularly pretty. It does evoke a racing shape to it, but it's not a Mamba. If you're wanting to try and keep that name and keep that concept and have that as an homage to the original game, then do it properly. You know, don't just put something on there that's got the name and then no thought has gone into keeping it original to what the original design was, because that's just not doing it any favours at all. You may as well just call it something totally different. Okay, so if we look at getting rid of that whole front bit there, do, We then try and evoke that middle section by taking out those lines. Join that up. Okay. So there you've got, I mean, there you've got something that's starting to look like the design, with the veins at the side, without compromising original shape. And you can build up from that to come up with a more Mamba-like design, surely. I'm not going to take that any further, because that's not really why you're watching this stream, is to look at me pissing about with 3D design programs. But I mean, you can do all sorts of things, I think, with that. So if I flatten that to Z, sorry.
HMD orientation reset.
Flatten X.
You're welcome, of course.
Flatten X. So yeah, I mean, you can see where I'm starting to go with this. And then from there you can have your cockpit coming out like that. So I mean, you get the general idea. So we're looking at something that's maintaining the original shape, but still starting to evoke the winged design of the new hotness, and it's an option, isn't it? You can take it down that way if you really want to. Display capture, I'm going to get rid of that. Remove. Yes. But it has helped me to get rid of that sticky feeling, so let's see if we can get back into the game and actually not feel it puking our guts up now. So we'll get rid of that, we'll get back into the game. What I'll do now is, shall we take another look at the mining thing? Because that was what I was trying to look at last week, and I forgot to take certain bits of kit with me, if I remember rightly. So what I can do is we'll sell this off, because it's not leaving me enough money on the purchase to actually do any kitting for it.
We are being hailed.
Although having said that, I do have a lot of ships in storage I can try and get rid of. I mean, Partisan, I don't know, I mean, I've not seen your name pop up on the stream before, so thank you for watching if you are a new watcher. But I am a veteran of the original Elite. I have played many years of Elite. I had the game when it first came out, basically. Sell. Confirm. Sell. Confirm. Sell. Confirm.
Affirmative, Commander.
Sell. Confirm. Sell.
We are being hailed.
That's better. That gives me some money. So, if we're going to do this exploration, this mining crap, what are we going to take? Are we going to take this new crate? Or are we going to be stupid and take a Mamba? Does it have enough hard points to take the stuff that I need? Let's find out. Fuck it. I want to find out. Exchange. Confirm.
Understood.
Because I like it. Looks nice. It plays nice. It's got an interesting shape. I want to stick stuff in it and see if it works. So let's find out if it's actually got enough space And I'm sick of getting stuff in my bloody eye with this headset. Something's gotten out of my eyeballs.
We are being hailed.
I'm not being hailed. Fuck off. Some problem with being a hair bits is that hair comes off everywhere and goes into my eye when I'm trying to do stuff. Just give me a second here. I do apologise. I've got bits of hair sticking into my face from all over. Actually, the hair that's growing out my head that's sticking into my eye. Because what I'm not doing is brushing my hair back before I put the headset on. Like an idiot.
We are being hailed.
It's also magic. What is magic? Elite? Original elite? Right, let's try this again. Is there anything sticking in my eye now? No. We're good. Right, now I have a ship full of Mamba. Let's kit it out, shall we? Outfitting.
Initiating.
What? No.
Power
What are you
diverged.
initiating?
We are being hailed.
All systems ready to go.
What are you doing? What did I just say?
Standing by for launch.
Disengage from landing pad. Maintain correct lane
I
on
want to
exit.
launch. I want to come back.
We are being
I wanna
hailed.
dock. But.
Access authorized. Cleared to land at docking bay 08.
We are being hailed.
Why am I constantly being hailed? I'm not being hailed. Someone tell me why it's doing that, please. Where's Garzini when you need him? He always knows everything. It's very shiny. I like that. It is very responsive, though, I will say. And say it's
We
not
are
as
being
manoeuvrable as the
hailed.
Ferdinands.
Ship is on the ground. Engaging docking restraints. Greetings, Commander.
Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, the Mamba's magic. Ah, sorry I said that was out of context, I do apologise. Struggling to keep up, lad. Okay. So, utility mounts. First of all, we need to put one of those things on, don't we? Pulse wave scanner, is that it? Was that what I missed last time, wasn't it? So I'm going to stick that on. Splock. Lots of utility mounts, handy. Optional internal, now. I need to take, I'm just going to do mining, I need to take prospecting limpet thing.
We are being hailed.
And there I'm going to put a cargo rack. No, I'm not. I'm going to put the cargo rack there. Replace it with an 8 capacity rack. Okay, and there. No. And there. Do I need the refinery? I'm gonna stick one in anyway. Refinery. What do you mean the cargo rack's in use? There's fuck all in it.
We are being hailed.
No, we're not. It's got limpets in it. Bye. This is the joy of being on a beta. You can do what you like and not worry about losing money. Optional internal. So let's get rid of that.
We are being hailed.
I was going to stick a refinery in there, wasn't I? There we go. And is that all that I need? I need the weapons, obviously. So let's fit them.
We are being hailed.
Go away. Mining tools. So we want the seismic charge launcher. Bye.
We are being hailed.
Subsurface displacement missile. And the abrasion blaster. No, that's a single. So the mining laser is actually a 2 weapon, so I'll buy that. And then there. Nope. I will buy an abrasion blaster. Why am I over here when I should be over there? No, I'll stick another one on there as well, why not? Mining.
We are being hailed.
Abrasion. I. Exchange. Placement of this, the placement of this band here is crap. Can't see fuck all. Livery. Mamba. Tar. Ah. Oh, fuck off. Van. Life. That'll do. Nameplate. Boop. Can I do that solid? Yeah, that'll do. Classic 1 black. Classic 2 black.
We are being hailed.
Engine detailing, red. Weapon detailing, red. Yeah. Okay. Pretty much ready. Okay. Yeah, it's a very fighter jet canopy. It's lovely. I mean, the view at the top of it is beautiful.
We are being hailed.
Visibility is amazing. I am not doing this ship justice by using it as a mining ship, I'm going to tell you that now, but hey.
Detachment complete. Moderate speed on exit.
Raise landing gear.
Gear coming up.
Ensure you have received authorization.
Forgot to buy more lamb pets.
We are being hailed.
Fucking hell, every time.
We are being hailed.
Permission authorized. Please head directly for Bay 20.
Deploy landing gear.
Gear down.
Why doesn't my button for reverse work?
Pilots, please show consideration for fellow visitors. Slow down and maintain a reasonable distance from other ships inside this dock.
It's letting me dock with hardpoints deployed. That's just weird.
This is a flight regulation announcement. Please proceed to dock on your assigned docking pad in a timely manner, and refrain from obstructing other docking areas.
We are being hailed.
Docking complete. Commence power down. You are most welcome, Commander.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Shall I try that again?
Landing
Raise
restraints
landing
lifted.
gear.
Maintain correct lane
Gear
on
coming up.
exit. Pay attention, Commander. Ship-to-ship collisions will not be tolerated.
Up yours, dickhead. Open galaxy map.
Welcome to stellar cartography.
Close galaxy map.
Closing map.
Open system map.
System map.
We are being hailed.
Yeah. Right. Shall we look at the orb review instead, because it's pretty.
We are being hailed. We are being hailed.
No, we're not.
We are being hailed.
Close system map.
Exiting map.
We are being hailed.
Afterburners.
Boosting now.
Engage Super Cruise.
Unable to comply.
Why not? Oh. Mass lock came on.
We are being hailed.
No, we aren't. Tell you what I might do actually, is it? Can I turn that bloody hail message off? Wait, my gear are up, but they're not.
We are being hailed.
No, that's a good view.
We are being hailed.
Take high-res photo.
Taking high-resolution photo. We are being hailed.
No, that's not what I was doing.
We are being hailed.
Options. Audio.
Functions.
We are being hailed.
Off. Yes. Engage Super Cruise.
Engaging Super Cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So yeah, the model seems to be stuck with landing gear deployed. It does, and I've got a funny feeling it's stuck with weapons out as well.
We are being hailed.
Turn that off!
You're welcome.
Try and look at something on the thing and end up walking into stuff in the room. Sensor readouts. Velocity readout, into something. Tachometer, irradiance, pressure, fuel flow, temp.
We are being hailed.
The detail on these things is unfucking real. I mean, that's cool. Oh, my disembodied head. This is going to be an interesting one because the wall is not far away from me here, so I will have to watch what I'm doing. I want to try and read what's on this display over here. Avionics system interface, onboard network, frame shift diagnostics, hard point management. Let's get closer to that. Interesting layout. It's all good stuff. So other than this issue with the landing gear, which I'm sure did I just do?
We
Nothing.
are being
It's okay.
hailed.
It's okay, nobody panic. This problem with the landing gear thing, which I'm sure they'll fix for the full release. Model's pretty good. Do like it. Apart from the scale. But let's not keep going on about that, because that's just picky. It's not a Mamba. It's
We are
definitely
being
not a bloody
hailed.
Mamba. But it is in itself a very, very racy, very, very lovely design. If they bring the price down, maybe even lose a couple of, maybe drop the size of the cargo, of the upper level stuff, or increase the relative size. I don't know. Something's not quite right. I think if they're going to have it as the size that it is, they should maybe actually just drop it to being a heavy fighter slash even just fighter ship. I think it would fit a very good role there. Maybe kick another couple of points to speed onto it, maybe. I don't know. It feels like it's a very, very good addition to the game, but hasn't been placed quite right yet. Now I want to go for that high, that bright.
We are being hailed.
We aren't.
Hull integrity compromised.
Okay, let's see if I can actually work out what I'm doing here now.
We are being hailed. We are being hailed. We are being hailed. We are being hailed.
So what cockpit mode do I need to be in then?
We are being hailed.
I don't know what to do. What mode should I be in?
We are being hailed.
I don't know how to do any of this. Why won't it let me do anything? What have I forgotten to do this time, surely? I've got the pulse wave scanner, which is one thing I'm meant to do. Am I meant to be in a particular mode? If so,
We are
how the
being
hell do I
hailed.
get into that mode? Is there a mining controls list?
We are being hailed.
No, we're not. Fuck off. Driving, driving, driving. Head looking at her face. Mode switches.
We are being hailed.
Off. I put it off. Analysis mode. Combat mode. Right, that's it. Analysis mode. Whoa.
We are being hailed.
Yeah, I've locked the pulse wave and the abrasion blaster to the same thing by accident.
limpet drone.
We are being hailed.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Target.
Asteroid
Lock
scan
target.
complete.
Okay, so it scanned it. How do I look at what that scan contains then?
Mission objective detected.
So... So...
We are being hailed.
So the mail laser actually works. Target.
Lock target.
Deploy cargo scoop.
Deploying.
Deploy cargo scoop.
Deployed.
We are being hailed.
Shields offline. Thermal signature restored.
We are being hailed.
You have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know I'm
We
trying
are
to
being
mine
hailed.
stuff, but it just seems inaccessible. So there is stuff to mine
We are
on
being
these
hailed.
obstacles. Shut up! I can mine stuff off this thing. So I can carve water off it.
We are being hailed.
But when it comes to something more impressive, those just bounce off and float into space.
We are being hailed.
You're supposed to try and find a fissure. So there's a fissure. Right, pop it in. Oh look, it's just impacted on the surface.
We are being hailed.
Or I can fire it in there.
We are being hailed.
And they just do
We are
basically
being
nothing.
hailed.
Abrasion blaster. Again, does bugger all. Mine laser again, happy. Seismic charge, prospector,
We are being hailed.
displacement missile. Does fuck all.
We are
Somebody's
being
going to tell me
hailed.
at some point it's the wrong sort of asteroid or something stupid like that. I've used a prospector, it just scans the thing and says, scan complete, and then doesn't tell me shit. There's just nothing that tells you anything. It's not intuitive. So I'm going to have to go away. I mean, I said I was going to do this last week as well, but when someone said about not having the pulse wave scanner, which is this, which does fuck all.
We are being hailed.
Shows stuff as yellow. Yay! So I go to one of the ones that's yellow, and it's no different to any of the others. Comp scanner, I can't get to do anything. Can't even deploy my bloody cargo scoop at the minute for some reason. I can't even engage the comp scanner.
We are being hailed. We are being hailed.
No! Ah, you crap arse. For fuck's sake. Jesus X Christ. Deploy landing gear.
We are being hailed.
Deploy landing gear.
We are being hailed.
Deploy landing gear? Jesus Christ.
We are being hailed. We are being hailed.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I do not believe it.
Capturing image.
We are being hailed.
It just bounces right off every time.
We are being hailed.
Find one that's got striations in it. What about that one?
We are being hailed.
I give up. I have no clue about this mining crap whatsoever.
We are being hailed.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Engage Super Cruise. Engage Super Cruise. Ugh, now bloody voice tac's playing the funny bugger.
We are being hailed.
Compression is aimed at a surface deposit, not just randomly at rock. Not the mining beta, there's something about.
We are being hailed.
So it's conditions. So surface deposit? What the hell's a surface deposit? How do you find a surface deposit? That's what I thought the scanner thing was meant to be. So the pulse wave, the composition scanner, that's what I thought they were meant to do. The composition scanner was meant to do something. It does fuck all. Did that boost me? Yes it did, Bifford. The story of a few whizzy videos from FDev that failed to materialise in the actual gameplay. Well... Well, maybe I should have done the research. I was foolish to think that I could just jump into the beta with a new mechanic and it would actually be intuitive. You need to buy so many bits of kit to try and test it. You have to have a pulse wave scanner, you have to have a composition scanner, you have to have limpets, you have to have 2 different sorts of limpets at that. You have to have 3 different types of weapon. I mean, I'm kitted to the max with everything I need. You need a refinery to do all this stuff. It's all fine and well, but even if you just can't... If I left the refinery behind, didn't take 2 types of weapons, I'd need to know how to use each of those types of weapons. So, the mining... If I'm going to review the mining in beta, is it just me being flippant because I don't know how it works properly?
We are being hailed.
Stop telling me I'm being fucking hailed. I switched that off.
Red alert.
But it just doesn't seem to be intuitive. I mean, the new exploration stuff, fine, is quite complex once you need to map lots and lots of keys to it and so on. But once you've got those keys mapped, it's fairly intuitive to work out what the rest of it does. But with the mining, it's just... Oh, I mean, it was ridiculous enough when they introduced the limpets. But now you've got limpets plus all this other gubbins to go on alongside it, and it's just... I don't know. Does it work? Does it?
We are being hailed.
Yes, apparently I'm being hailed, yes. Good for me, but I'm not.
We are being hailed.
So I've had 2 attempts at the mining now, and I'm not impressed. So I am going to give this a rest for the night now. I'm going to dock in here, and then, to be honest with you, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to go offline. I'm going to play something else, because...
We are being hailed.
I don't know what the discussion was the other day, but something made me think of an old game I used to play when I was into doing a little bit of trying out MMOs. Around about the time that EverQuest was running about, there was another game came out called Dark Age of Camelot, which I played briefly, but then I got to the point of thinking to myself, well, I don't like multiplayer games, essentially because I don't like having to group up. I don't like being forced into having to group up. And Dark Age of Camelot, when it got to that point, was actually...
We are being hailed.
Sierra Echo 1. It's good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay at this facility.
We are being hailed.
Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 22.
Yeah, so there was a point where it said you now have to team up with other players and do this mission, and I just thought, you know what, fuck that. I don't want to be corralled into having to team up with players if I want to advance in a game. I want to have the freedom to advance myself. I'm an antisocial bastard.
Do not deviate from your current vector. Ground crew
We are
ready
being
for
hailed.
arrival.
So, I've got myself a 14-day trial, so I thought I'd have a go, see what it was like, see if it was as good as I remember, or as irritating as I remember, or whatever, because I'm actually not entirely sure what I feel about it. So I'm going to pop myself down here, and then we're going to go and have a look.
Docking successful. Ground crew dispatched. Greetings, Commander.
Right. Cargo containers. Maybe not. Maybe they're a bit big for cargo containers actually. Are they? They're not cargo containers, no way. But anyway, that's the Mamba, the new ship, the new hotness, which is nice. I don't like the placement of the registration code though. That could do being a bit more sensibly placed. Like, why not there? That would make sense. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, my thought is I'm going to shut down the stream, then I'm going to log back on, and I'm going to take another look at Dark Age of Camelot for the first time in 12 years. Now, apparently, sometime this autumn / fall, which I would assume is going to be sometime this month, whatever the game company's name is that makes Dark Age of Camelot, are potentially going to be releasing a free-to-play version. So I've timed that pretty well to come back and take a look. So I'm just kind of wondering where that goes. So yeah, I'm thinking about having a look. So if you want to stick with me after I finish doing this bit of the stream, then by all means stick with me. And I'll pop back on and I'll do a bit of Dark Age of Camelot. Will I repair the hull? Yeah, why not? I'll do that now while I'm thinking about it. Not that I think I'm going to be playing this again until the next release. So let's repair,
Hull repaired.
restock, and refuel. Right, and I'm going to save and exit. Okay, so that was beta 3.3. We've looked at the Mamba, which is a nice ship, but just not a Mamba, as you would understand it. We have... What's tax still even on? No. We've taken a look at the new Krait, which is a nice little ship, but essentially it's a Krait, so there's not a lot new to be seen there. And I've had a look at mining again for the second time, hoping we had all the bits we need. We apparently do have all the bits we need, but we still can't do anything with mining. So again, not overly impressed with the mining stuff. So yeah, it's a bit kind of weird, isn't it? But anyway, so that was beta 3.3.3. It was what it is. Just out today, so we're right on the bleeding edge today. A few fixes in there. I think there's a couple of things I need to fix about the Mamba, and I think mining needs to be kind of at least documented. Maybe Stephen Carey, yes, I agree, made it look easy. Needs to be a better guiding game, yeah, or at least maybe even some more intuitive controls on the screen when you're trying to do it. I mean, the new hull, I didn't know anything about the HUD modes, and that needs to have a key assigned to it and everything. I mean, I'm actually really starting to run out of keys on the joystick now. If I can't use voice attack, then it's actually proven to be quite difficult to do anything. So, anyway, that's the pocket review over. Let's go and take a look at Dark Age of Camelot. So thank you for those of you watching in Elite Dangerous. If you've enjoyed this, then do the usual stuff. Those of you on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way through to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll pop back for another session later on. So for the time being, everyone, fly safe, have a great week. RPG is apparently on at the weekend, so we should be okay for Elite Encounters. Otherwise, yeah, see you next Wednesday. Take care. Oh, and by the way, hang around if you want to watch some Dark Age of Camelot.